Earlier today, I was hearing you don't have to stay. You don't have to stay. And when you feel confused about something in a certain situation, you're like asking yourself, why? Why is this happening? Like the Course in Miracles says that's your answer. Because when things are for us, we have clarity. We have clarity, things feel good. And we feel confused and we can't figure out why something's happened in a certain situation. That we don't need to always have like the perfect explanation of what's going on. Just the confusion in itself after you've asked for the clarity is enough for you to walk away. It's hard to let go when you don't have a specific reason why. And I personally experienced this, but so it's just easier. Like you can ask why all day long, but you get lost in it. You get lost in it, and sometimes you don't need closure. Your closure is the confusion. So that's what I was hearing earlier. And we have a total lunar eclipse on the 7th, which is tomorrow. A lot of people have been experiencing heavy emotions, and I just want to remind you, like the moon controls the tides, it controls the water, and you don't have to believe in energy and blah blah all this, but the body's made of mostly water, and we definitely have a lot of emotions. So over the course of this week, I've been asking people, hey, how you doing? And they're like, oh, I'm going through a lot, Rachel. I got a lot on my mind right now. And I was like, look, I just want to remind you, this is what's going on. I was like, this time will pass. I'm just letting you know you're probably going to get some clarity over the next week or so. Because usually eclipse times are illuminating. They illuminate things in our lives that's not working for us so that we can redirect, course correct, and get on the right path. Sometimes things feel like they're falling apart, but really, it's like things were falling apart on a foundation that wasn't built correctly in the first place. And you could build the most beautiful building in the world, the tallest skyscraper in the whole world. But if it's on a cracked foundation, it's eventually going to fall. And, wouldn't you rather have that skyscraper fall from like the fourth level than level 40, And it's like these time periods, like all these shifts and changes, they're good because we can't see the exact reason why things are happening. And a man told me this past week, he told me, God doesn't miss, he doesn't make mistakes. I had a negative relationship with the word God for a large part of my time. So really I just compute it in my head to the quantum field, because in physics, what we call God is the quantum field. It's just how we're connected with everything in the world around us, our environment, cells, everything like that. So I just think of the quantum field. But yeah, it's a time of great change. So hang in there and stay hydrated, because I treat full moons and things like this just like how I'm about to start my period, my cycle. It's different if you're a man. You don't experience the intensity of these fluctuating changes happening in the body. But we all, even if you are a man, you are experiencing these full moons. And if you are sensitive, you'll start to just look at things. And there's like apps on the phone. Like I have this app called Skyview where you can literally look at all of the stars and the constellations in the sky. You can get historical details, everything like that. Again, technology is amazing what it can teach us. And so, keep an eye on it and see. Like just, you don't, even if you can't feel it within yourself, just, oh, there's a full moon coming up here. Let me observe the emotional patterns of the people around me. Like, is there a lot of chaos going on? And so before I started feeling it in my own body, I just started looking out and being like, oh, somebody had a random outburst at work. I'm like, that's the moon. It's crazy because hospital events and the crime rates go up around the full moon, and we've been knowing this for so long. So that is really a cool fact to know. And it's a good time to stay grounded, hydrated, amino and fatty acids, and take time for yourself. This too shall pass. Anyway, I picked a few cards from my deck of love letters. The first card is actually inflammation. So around the full moon, I've observed, just like when I'm about to start my cycle, I tend to become a little bit dehydrated. The emotions intensities are high. And when we become dehydrated, we increase our inflammation in the body. Inflammation is like a call out, like a smoke signal from the immune system. Immune system is responsible for sending these signals out of inflammation, just like mitochondria too. Mitochondria is where we get most of our free radical formation. And so it's a good time to stay hydrated, because during these events we become dehydrated and then we increase our inflammation. A lot of people with autoimmune diseases will see a flare up in their symptoms. So just something to keep an eye on, you know? Like, you don't have to believe, oh, that's not right or that's wrong, you know? Just keep an eye on it. Keep your notebook near. Take some notes. See what you see. Second card is Karmic Destiny. I think I definitely know karma's real because I made fun of my sister for tripping and falling the other day, and then the next day I fell so hard in front of everyone at work. Karma's real. She comes at me real quick. I don't know about y'all, but there is a reason why we come here to figure out, learn certain lessons, and we tend to learn that through other people. Other people teach us about ourselves, and I think that is so beautiful. It's sweet potato time, third card. It's definitely time to ground. Sweet potatoes help us ground in our bodies. There's a lot of nutrients in the sweet potatoes. The starches help to keep us hydrated. Don't forget to breathe into me. Take a moment in time to meditate. Breathe into your body. We go through something called cellular respiration in every single cell of the body. Cellular respiration. So normally we just think of the oxygen, our lungs as taking in the breath, but every single cell goes through respiration, cellular respiration. So when you're actually relaxing the tension in your body, you're allowing the entirety of your body to breathe, the fascia system, everything. When we're tense and tight, we become stiff, rigid, and dehydrated. And you can just think easily of like a dead corpse. Rigor mortis is very stiff, tense, and tight. We want to be nice and loose and let the entirety of our body breathe. Second to last card is maybe later. Don't put off this meditation. Don't put off this relaxation. Like right now, as I'm saying this, as you're watching this, you can breathe into your body right now. Relax your butt cheeks, your hips, your glutes. Those areas around your hips are the most tight and tense for most people. And it's a good time to also practice stretching your hamstrings and getting loose in those areas, especially if you're finding yourself to be chaotic during this time period. And the last card is be gentle and deliberate. And that's why I love a stretching routine. I've been on a stretching kick lately because I'm gentle and deliberate when I do a lot of these splits right now. So I'm getting into these splits and I'm practicing feeling what this tension feels like in my body. And it's like when I get down into these splits, I just really want to tense up. It's kind of like doing reps when you're lifting weights. You're getting a little bit fatigued toward the end, and you feel the need to push through and just like kind of tighten up. And I like training with people as I remind them, okay, you can relax. I know you feel all of this that you feel in your body. It feels tense, and you feel like you have to stay in this place of tension because that feels like it's safe, like it's the only thing that's going to make it through while you're in the chaos. But it's not true. You can relax and feel into all of this, and it's more sustainable that way as well. And it's way better to feel everything. So yeah, that was just a few cards that I had picked beforehand, but stay hydrated, and yeah, that's all I was really thinking about. I'm trying to think if there is anything else on my mind. I just think it's a beautiful time period that you can, we have so many apps that we can look at like what's going on. Like there's a moon app that I have on my phone. It'll tell you what phase of the moon it's in. So, and it's just so cool that we know so much about the body and the biology. And the moon controls the tides. It controls the water in our bodies. And it's like we are so connected with nature all the time. All the disease states is just an imbalance and a disconnection with nature around us. We lose track of our circadian rhythm. So the best way to think is this is when we lose track of our circadian rhythm, we want to stay awake at night, right? When it's dark at night, we lose track of our melatonin secretion. We're just surrounded by all this blue light. We get a cortisol kick at night, and then in the morning we're waking up, we feel tired. We don't have our cortisol bump in the morning, and our hormones are off. We're gaining weight during the day instead of utilizing the energy that we're feeding into our bodies. It's just a disconnection from the light cycle, disconnection from the natural rhythm of the earth. So plug yourself back in, plug back in, and we'll be all right. Just one step at a time, one little day at a time. And it really doesn't have to take as long as, like, the healing process is not have to take as long as you think it might, you know, like in this moment right now, you can relax your body and when you are intentionally relaxing yourself, you are plugging back into the natural rhythm of the earth. Because again, Earth has a natural heartbeat known as the Schumann resonance, but 7.83 hertz. And you can relax your body and hop back into this rhythm anytime that you want. You're a biochemist. You're magical. It's so beautiful. So I'll leave this here. You can like, share, and subscribe if you want to follow for more. But as always, I wish you the best of luck.